sign up for this. Good afternoon everybody. Just started the walk up to Reservoir. Thought I'd best do an intro to the video. This is actually the first camp that I've ever recorded and I plan to make a video from, so it feels a bit funny talking to the camera. You feel a bit silly, as I can imagine anybody who makes these videos when they first started doing it, you feel a bit self-conscious, but never mind. So parked up in the hayfield, walking up to the reservoir now, just approaching the first small climb of this walk. Anybody who knows this way, it's not much to be honest, about 5 minutes. Little stone staircase that winds its way up to the corner of the reservoir, so we'll get up there and then when I'm there I'll show you the views. Three of these, 5 minutes, nothing too bad. Just plod on up. Just got our first glimpse of where we're going. Right up there, sandy haze next to the downfall. Tell you what, I know I said a minute ago that climb wasn't difficult, and it's not really, but it's so warm today. I am absolutely dripping, as you can see. It's just so humid. So, don't think we're in for a cold night at all. I think it's 24 right now, gonna drop down to something like 12. But I've actually got all my warm gear with me, because the bag, in fact I'll talk you through the kit in a bit, but the bag and the mat I've got, it's literally the warmest stuff I own, but it also packs down the smallest, so I prefer it to anything else really. Decent down bag, decent X-bed mat, so honestly it won't surprise me if I just sleep on the mat tonight. Get the bag out if there's any chill at all, literally pull the bag over me as a quilt. 2 minutes later I guarantee I'll be ripping it off because I'll be warm. So I'll tell you what, it's a lovely evening. Oh, I'm sweating. So Kinder Reservoir, won't mind a dip in there. So yeah, I'll bring you back in about 5 minutes just before we start the final climb. See a few people up there actually. It's a nice evening. Friday, July, lockdown's over. Wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if I've got some company tonight, but it doesn't bother me. Okay guys, I'm sorry for interrupting at this point, but I just wanted to jump in there Just wanted to say I'm sorry that this video goes on a bit longer than I originally planned, but because it's my first ever video, I did a bit of talking in there and I just thought I'd leave it in so you guys can get to know me a bit better and you know, learn more about me and obviously get a bit more information and detail from the video. So yeah, just wanted to jump in there. Let's get back to Kinder Scout. Here comes the final climb of the day, up onto the plateau. Starting to get the views now, but still got a bit to climb. Shouldn't take us much longer. So I've not filmed anything for a couple of hours, to be honest. When I eventually got onto the top, it took me ages to find somewhere to pitch the tent. I was just looking around, just wasn't happy with a lot of the places I was finding. Eventually got a spot, and then just as I found the spot, the wind picked up, so I had a fight with the tent, and it took me twice as long to pitch it as it normally does, as I thought it would. So anyway, the tent's up now, all my gear's inside. The only problem is I've pitched it side on straight into the wind, but there's not a lot of wind and it's a strong tent, as you'll see in a bit, so it doesn't make a difference. I've just come to a Kinder downfall, just gonna get a bit of water to cook some food in a bit and make a brew, and then just have a big chill. So I've just got a litre of water, which should do me for cooking tonight, making a brew, and then cooking in the morning and possibly having a brew, because I've got a little bit of water in the tent as well. It's not the most appealing colour, but once you put it through the filter, you know it's clean. So, and it's been filtered to death over these rocks, so I think we'll be alright. See you in a bit. Drink this hot chocolate yet. Scorching. All the lights have just come on in Manchester. So I've just got in the tent just to tidy a few bits up and put all my cooking gear away. and it is literally just this second started raining. So hopefully this passes and I can get out and get a few pictures. If not, I'll probably just get my head down and I shall speak to you in the morning. So the rain's come in and the wind's picking up. You'll probably see me calling it a night from here, to be honest, because just about to have a chill. And once I've got warm, I definitely won't want to be moving. So I'll probably see you in the morning. See you in a bit. Looks like I'm in for a fun night. Not the worst wind and rain in the world, but it's enough to bloody keep you awake. It is now 10 to 11. So let's hope it doesn't carry on too long and I can actually get a few hours sleep. I'm literally in the middle of a storm here. What time are we on? It's just gone midnight. And it's been like this for a good 2 hours now. Maybe 2.5. Maybe 3. I think when I finished eating, I got a hot chocolate. Came in here, I can't remember what time that was. But then literally as I got in, the rain started and then the wind's been picking up and it's just been getting worse and worse. Luckily it's constantly gusts, seems to have calmed down a bit. But yeah, I think I just jinxed it. I've literally just had to jump out, check all the pegs and the guy lines, and they all seem to be fine, which is giving me quite a lot of peace of mind, to be honest. I think the fact that they've held up, considering how bad it's been, absolute worst case scenario would just be a massive gust which might break one of the poles. But if I'm being honest, I don't think the wind's bad enough to I don't think the wind's bad enough to break the poles. I think it's literally just really bad and constant. Jumped out, then it got drenched. I hope it dies down, otherwise I can't see me getting any sleep at all tonight. I didn't end up telling you, because when I got in the tent I was going to record a bit for the camera, but I just ended up lying down and then this has been going on. So this is my first ever video that I'm going to do. I've been wild camping quite a few times. Jeez. I've been wild camping loads, but I've got a few mates who enjoy it as well, so every time I've been out, I've always been with mates. And I've always fancied doing a solo, but it's just never really happened, really. A lot of the time I'll say I'll go camping and my mates will say, yeah, that sounds good. Or a couple of times I've gone to do it, but then something's come up. To be honest with you, something you don't see people say a lot in the wild camping videos. I thought I'd be a lot more anxious being on my own. Don't know why, like I'm not, you know what I mean, I know there's no murderers around and I'm not scared of the dark. I think it's just something new, isn't it? But yeah, I've been absolutely fine, to be honest, even with all this going on. Like, I think it's human nature to wonder what if, and there has been some big gusts at times, and I'm just thinking, you know, if a pole broke now, I'd be well in the shit. But it is a strong tent, to be honest. It's not as good as the likes of Hilleberg or a few of the others, but it's a Van Gogh Nemesis full geodesic tent. I think it's probably the strongest one they make, so I'd be really unlucky if something drastically went wrong. and it would be a fun walk off this hill. I was actually thinking, and I've got if something happened to the tent, trying to pack the tent up in this weather and get off in this weather. Jesus, fucking, that would be hard work. Obviously it'd be dangerous. So yeah, fingers crossed this dies down, and I'll record something in the morning, hopefully telling you I've had a few hours sleep and this wind stopped. So catch you later. As you can see, I've just been back outside securing all the pegs and the guy lines. A few of them have been coming loose. It's just crazy, this. It is 1:30. I've not had a second's sleep. Absolutely impossible. To be honest, this is I can't even remember what I've filmed now, but I think I got some footage. This is nowhere near as bad as it was. Hoping it dies down a bit more and I can actually get a couple of hours sleep. Oh God, talk about what's the word, baptism of fire, baptism by fire. First ever solo. I'm gonna get this. The winds were forecast to be, I was on mountainforecast.com, no idea how accurate that is, according to tonight, not very. The winds were forecast to be 35 kilometers an hour through the night, which is what, 6, 12, 18, 21. Feels like more than that. Well, I don't know, with 20-mile-an-hour winds would be ripping pegs out the ground, so I think it's definitely more than that. Obviously the gusts will be higher than that, but as you can see from these videos, it's not wind and then the occasional gust. This is constant, and it's been this way for, I can't even remember what time. Was I eating it? 8:30, 9 o'clock. It's been 3 hours minimum. Maybe a little bit longer. Absolutely non-stop. Oh. The forecast says the winds are the same through the night, but I don't see how this can carry on for, like I said, it's already been 3 hours. How can this carry on for another 5? Oh well. Sunrise is at 5:19. I think there's a very good chance that I will be greeting it. Unless this calms down and I can get some sleep. As soon as the sun's up, I'm getting off here. You know, this is all part of the fun and whatnot, and it's experience, but it's just crazy. Just want a bit of kip. Oh well, let's hope something changes. It's now 5:20. I think I've had about half an hour's sleep. It did. Oh. As I was saying, to go and fix one of the zips. I've had about half an hour's sleep. About 3 AM it died down a bit. This is by far the worst it's been. I've no idea how I'm going to get this tent down in this wind. I need it to die down desperately. Sorted all the tents and the guy lines. I'm literally gonna pack up all my gear now, wait out this rain, and then I just want to be ready. So the second the wind dies down, if, fingers crossed, the second it dies down, I'm going to try and get this tent down. Just seen something and luckily I can reach it as well, so I'll show you what I've been dealing with. A little bit of cord that comes with your pegs, snapped. That's how strong this wind has been. It was forecast to be absolute maximum 20-25 miles an hour. Far more than that. I'd would even say possibly double. Absolutely unbelievable. I'm just glad I'm in what is deemed as being a very strong tent, because it's had a few moments where I thought it was going, so anything else, then I don't know how I would have got on. But anyway, I'm having a fun time. I'll sleep tonight. Just to give you an idea of what I'm dealing with. Oh my god, I'm out of breath. I've literally... Oh my god. Don't even know if you can hear me. I've just had a fight with this tent for 5 minutes to get the poles out, to get it low to the ground. Oh my god. All this on half an hour's sleep. Oh, I won't forget this in a while. Leave no trace. Oh my god. That was hard work. That was hard work, but I'm proud of myself, to be honest. Because I've literally been dreading doing that since about 1-2 AM. And yeah, really proud of the way I did it. Just stayed calm, actually put a bit of music on, stayed low, worked myself round, made sure I kept it anchored just in case something went wrong, stuffed it in the bag, and then released the last anchor, which was here. That's my view. I'm going home. It's been horrendous. But walking down and seeing this clear up now, and I'm literally the only one here. Like I said last night, I went for a pretty decent walk around the plateau, and there was nobody about. When I was packing up this morning, I saw one fell runner run past, but normally on a Saturday you get a lot of people coming up Kinder. It is only early, I suppose. It's only 6:30, 7:15. That's where I was going to sleep. Those woods, but it's not as windy down there. Look at that. Just had a bit of a fall. This bit was really tricky to come down, especially with quite a heavy bag. And I swear to God, I've just fell on. Like you can see, it flattens out now. Get down at all. I fell there. typical is that? Ooh, not too far from the car now, so I thought I'd give a quick debrief. Just wanted to say a quick thank you for anybody who's watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. It's definitely not the camp I had planned or the camp I imagined, but I don't know, I've learnt a lot from it, to be honest. The main thing, don't trust the weather forecast, because as you've probably seen from when I fell, I'm also wearing shorts. I was going to pack my trekking pants, hiking pants, and I seen that it was low wind forecast for the entire camp and highs of 24, lows of 16. So I thought I'll be alright. I thought my biggest issue on this camp was going to be bloody midges, to be honest. But yeah, I learnt a lot. Knowing that in such bad weather, not only I can cope, but getting that tent down in that weather is bloody hard work. And imagine if I go on 50 camps, I'd be surprised if 5 of them the weather's that bad where I'm on my own, stressing about packing my gear away and how I'm going to get off the mountain, to be honest. But yeah, it's weird though, I still enjoyed it. Like, even though I've had no sleep, I was just stressing all night thinking one of the poles are going to snap on the tent. I was getting out every hour in horrendous weather, just making sure all the pegs were still tight and the guy lines were down. Plenty of times they gave in and I had to put them back out. So, massive lessons learnt from this one. Hopefully the next few will be a bit calmer. I've literally just got back to the car and I was just thinking, I guarantee a lot of people who, I say a lot of people who end up watching this are going to be more experienced than me. So, from what you could see from the video, or if you want to ask me any questions, what would you have done differently? Or what did I do wrong that I can learn from? Or is it just a case of got caught out in bad weather? The wind was a lot worse than forecast and there's not much more I could have done. I chose that spot. There's quite a lot of wild campers, YouTube wild campers and walkers that I watch, and on one of my future videos, when I'm sat in the tent chilling or whenever I get time, I'm going to actually give a shout out to all the people that I enjoy watching and the ones that inspire me to go new places or look at new gear or whatever it might be. And so in the Peak District, he doesn't make as many videos anymore, but there's a guy called Dean Reed. Is it Dean Reed? I'm questioning myself now. I'm sure it is Dean Reed. Sorry Dean if you see this. Yeah, starts all his videos with "Welcome to the glorious Peak District, more specifically my car," and I'm knackered. So yeah, that exact spot in Sandy Hayes next to Charged Rock, Dean Reed has camped. I'm pretty sure his tent was exactly where mine was. So I think it might just be a case that I got caught out in bad weather. So I was thinking, is it too exposed? The way where it is on the hill, does the wind sweep over it? But I actually re-watched Dean's video yesterday or the day before, just to get a good idea of where the spot was, because I knew I was going to camp up there somewhere between Sandy Hayes and Kinder Downfall. But yeah, if there's anything that you would have done differently, let me know so I can learn from it and we can have a chat. See you later guys.